Hello there, Internet, MegaMogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we become degenerates as we embrace the nab, and we nab him and her and their dog and everything in front of us as we are bringing back good old nab midrange. It feels kind of weird to say good old because I used to hate this mechanic when it was like really strong, and I'm actually scared of sharing a deck like this again because I don't want the ladder to be full of this shit, to be honest. But I'm going to go ahead and say, you know, I don't think I have that big of an impact, and I think people are actually gravitating towards other decks, especially like this Zed Sivir list that Ruben Zoo shared yesterday, I believe. I ran into that a lot. Like today's video, you guys are going to see what I'm talking about. Nonetheless, I have, like I said, a nab midrange list, which is called Bribery, which is a throwback to the Rising Tides expansion. The reason why I'm playing this is because we got a buff, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, we got several buffs. We got Misfortune, getting her overwhelmed back upon level up. We have the Black Market Merchant going back to 2 health, making it so that he doesn't die 2 pings, which is really important because him staying on the board for longer and actually being able to trade into things a little bit better is really important, as he allows us to get some degenerate value out of our, you know, other merchants and our pilfer goods and our Yodel Grifter, because this is a deck that aims to gain card advantage by stealing cards from the opponent's deck, which is incredibly infuriating, super fun for us, absolutely miserable for the opponent. And all these changes, also the buff to make it rain as well. Bilgewater is back, and I want to showcase it with this deck as we are running 37 Bilgewater cards and only 3 copies of a Freljord card, and that is SEJUANI. SEJUANI is amazing in this deck. We are aiming to level her up by triggering a plunder every turn that we can without overcommitting our warning shots, because sometimes it's very important to hold on to these if we can guarantee the SEJUANI level up a little bit slower. That's one of the very key decision-making aspects of this deck. Hopefully I worded that correctly. In the sense that your warning shots are super valuable, because once you have SEJUANI leveled up, if you're facing any sort of deck that relies upon combat to win, then SEJUANI can just single-handedly shut it down with a burst speed effect. So this card becomes extremely important, but there are certain stages of the early game that you have to commit it to work for the SEJUANI level up and to get your plunders triggering, and there are other scenarios in which you can afford to hold it back. Like, you have to really assess the matchup and know how the game is going to go and think a few turns ahead, and that's one of the most difficult things to take into account with this deck. But a lot of one of the things that I like about this, even though it is, yes, it's a tremendous amount of variance, right? With, well, I mean, not tremendous, just with the card draw. I mean, with the Black Market Merchant, with the nabbing in general. We don't know what we're going to get. It really depends on the matchup and everything. But what I think this deck teaches players very well is, first of all, to lose a little bit, a slight layer of empathy within. Become a bit more assholey in general, which can, you know, be pretty good if you're looking at some sort of, like, I don't know, very ambitious sort of career in which you have to stomp over other people. I don't know what I'm saying. That's thing number one. That's profit number one. Profit number two is it actually allows you to train your decision making and your adaptability. English. Your adaptability skills. What I mean by this is, because you're being thrown all sorts of different random options by drawing cards from your opponent's deck, you have to adapt to what you get and learn how to use these cards that you cannot really account for beforehand to the best of your ability for the specific scenario you are in the match. And I believe this is a very important skill for card gamers to, you know, work on and improve. That, and of course, drawing well. That's a skill that we all, you know, try to achieve, but not all of us can be Yu-Gi-Oh! All the time. But that's also something that has to be very important to work on. But legitimately, this is actually like a very good thing to work. If you are able to adapt to all sorts of different things that you're picking off from pilfered goods and use them to the best of the value they can generate you, it really will improve you as a player overall. I really do believe this. So there is that positive aspect of this, aside all the toxicity, right? So yeah, barring that, we got some really neat tricks. We got Monster Harpoon, because we enable plunder so easily. We have a 3-mana deal 5, which allows us to interact with our opponent and remove their key threats, which is really neat. We have Make It Rain, which helps us plunder and also deal with early boards, softening them up and removing blockers to enable us to trigger more plunders. We even have a one-off of Line Them Up, because this card is very very flexible. In a pinch, it can allow us to just throw a knock 'em down at their Nexus to trigger a SEJUANI level up, or work for that. It can also allow us to remove a specific unit from the board. It can be used in conjunction with Make It Rain, or even Miss Fortune's attack ability, or maybe even the Monster Harpoon itself to enhance the power that we of the damage. And especially noticeable in Misfortune and Make It Rain effects. I like it as a one-off. I feel like it does work out. You don't want to be playing more than one copy of this, but I do very much like it in that sense. We have a bunch of plunder effects. As you guys can see, we have a full set of Jag Butcher. We got Black Market Merchant, Jag Taskmaster. We have the Monster Harpoon as well, and we have Riptide Rex. All these plunder effects allow us to build up Powder Pandemonium. This is a alternate win condition for us. If our opponent has been able to contest our board really well and we just haven't been able to preserve one, and we've been pushing a lot of damage, but we're falling out, we're missing out on damage, we can just go for a Powder Pandemonium, potentially even enhanced through the likes of Jag Taskmaster, and we can go for a lethal attack. Like, this card can be extremely dangerous. This is why I run it as a 3-of. It legitimately is a very, very dangerous card that can help us win games out of nowhere. It doesn't always get highlighted. In fact, it's a little bit sad because I actually had to record today's video twice. The first time that I recorded, my microphone was not working, and I got some insane games, some insane wins with Powder Pandemonium. And in the second recording, I'm super happy with it as well. Like, I love the games in that one too. But I did not get to highlight this card nowhere near as much. I don't even know if I get to play it, to be honest. So that's a little bit sad. But just want to let you guys know that this card legitimately works in the deck. It is very, very powerful. And that, alongside Monster Harpoon, allows us to interact well with the opposing board, as SEJUANI allows us to shut down any sort of unit-based deck that, like I said, relies on combat to win. And it's a very, very powerful effect that she's really, really strong in this deck. And that's basically where I'll end the deck tech at. When it comes to the mulligans, make sure you fish for your 1-drops. Depending on the matchup, if it's a slower deck, keep your Black Market Merchants in hand, as it can be incredibly valuable. And that's basically all there is to it. We also have a couple of copies of Island Navigator to help us threaten the opponent with a Misfortune level up, though the main reason she's in this deck and not something like It's a Fate is to enable plunders to happen easier with her ongoing effect. So yeah, super fun deck to play. I got some wild games against a lot of Sivir, because that's today's ladder, which is not bad since we're playing SEJUANI. And I think you guys are going to enjoy today's video, so that's where I'll leave it at. Have a solid day. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. Enjoy the games, and happy napping. Alright, here we go. We're up against Ruben Zeus Zed Sivir, which is being played by 99% of the ladder today. So hopefully we don't run into this matchup like a billion times. But this is what tends to happen, though, when you have a strong deck being played by a strong player, and a bunch of people wanted to copy it, right? I'm gonna go ahead and lead off with the Jag Butcher, even though they could have a 1-drop easily.
One sprint for each crab I saw today.
If it's made of sand, I can write it.
Alright, I believe you. That works out for us, as we're able to set up one hell of a Make It Rain.
Let's get to it.
And we can go Butcher.
Pledge yourself to the shadows.
Caesar fair and the wind blowing. We sail!
Aye, boss. There's plenty of killing left.
Alright, so that's 2 out of 3.
Only the worthy survive.
Eyes up here, or I'll cut him out. Almost. Got it!
My selection speaks for itself.
3-mana deny. Back to the OG days. I like it.
Gently, gently.
Better. So let's take a look at what a lot of these decks like to play. They could have some elusives here and there.
Hey there. Don't mind the knife. open wide, sugar. Nothing's lost. It's just waiting to be found.
And you won't believe what we found today.
Goes to a good cause. Me.
Profiteer.
Business as usual.
I have many faces.
Say your farewells. What's that you got there? Credit denied.
It's a trap!
My skill is unrivaled.
These are for far across the soul flask.
We got this.
Arda's gonna make a meal of them.
I'll be quick.
The dead don't need riches.
Cut you a deal.
It's hard to get rich.
Wrap them up tight. Look at that quality. We'll get our licks in. See it up close.
We gotta attack like this. Alright.
Over here.
No!
I'm a woman of principle. Mine is clear and get paid.
That's a good draw. That's a good draw. That's a good draw. That's a good draw. That's a good draw.
Got a problem? I've got a price. I was forged.
Let's go, SEJUANI.
Bow to no one.
This SEJUANI top deck is god tier.
They told me to keep this one, but I like it.
Come at me. Come at me! Man, SEJUANI, it. Oh! Bam, bada, 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 bada. Got him! Got him, baby!
We survived.
I guess it's a counter. Nice. I mean, what did I say? It's the deck of the day. I mean, I like the double black marker merchant, man. I'm gonna go with it. Everybody playing the same exact deck.
Where'd she go?
Ba-da-bum.
It's a trap. Come on, Rib.
Let's get to it.
I would have played the Misfortune, but getting to play Jack Butcher into Black Market Merchant feels much better, especially considering there's always the threat that they can vulnerable me.
Treasures of the ages for price. There's plenty of killing left.
I am the blade in the darkness.
The ocean whispers her secrets.
It's pretty good full.
Hey, go.
Seize control. I have many faces.
It's very obvious that they have some like twin disciplines. I could always force that out of them though. I can force that out of them. Yeah.
If it's made of sand, I can write it. I'm one of the good guys, but not that.
I was expecting to catch something here, but I really gotta play Misfortune. I can play the Waking Sands if they want. Maybe I should have just played Misfortune and then Black Market Merchant, to be honest. It's hard to say.
Love ya.
Dead don't need riches.
I am a true master. Punish restraint. Pledge yourself to the shadows.
Seen tombs, towns, and everything in between.
You own what you pick.
We're gonna play Sejuani.
They won't suffer long.
Come on, Rib. This way. Go.
Shadows cut deep as any weapon.
Prove your worth.
Say your farewells.
Show them our teeth.
The problem is they win with the Bakai Reaper if I don't block into that.
Bring me chaos.
So I may just have to block into this.
Leave no survivors.
Who's that you got there?
desert my rules.
Love ya.
Saw that a mile away.
Sun's beneath me and wind's behind me.
My selection speaks for itself.
Too slow, stupid.
The Yordle here's with me.
Oops, you dropped something. I never disclose my sources.
Sand and trouble far as the eye can see.
Let's get it.
No regrets, no mercy.
Let's get it, baby. We sacrificed SEJUANI and it hurt. It really hurt because SEJUANI is vital for this matchup, but I really felt like I could win with this misfortune. And the power of Nab, baby.
Brave and
The power of Nab and misfortune with that buff too. Let's get it.
Magic?
He must have like a deny, right?
So it is. The dark closes in. Do not disappoint me.
Ah, deny sucks.
you lost.
Your time in the cycle is done. You serve through me.
Alright. What is the last card? Can I get a warning shot? Warning shot? Okay, that's not terrible.
Carrots can fly, Rib.
Okay, okay. Wow.
I can't see, dude. Okay, because of the fucking overwhelm bug. Oh my god. Oh my god, no. And I was looking at the deck. That's one of the good things. What? Why did it crash, dude? Oh my god, that's a weird crash. Okay. The reason why we played this is because so now I can attack with this.
Overload it!
You like frogs.
I can force a trade.
Magic.
Yeah, you don't want to cry.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Okay. Well, we got SEJUANI.
Arda's gonna make a meal of them. That's right. Run!
May as well. Harpoon it up. All right.
Cards from the savage cold.
Boom, boom. All right. Even though they denied our misfortune attack. Ooh! Ah, well, that was a good finishing. That was a good draw. Even by missing our allegiance. I mean, that told us we were going to top the SEJUANI, though.
Witcher's Claw triumphs.
All right. 2-0, baby. It's all about the Sivir matchup today. That's all I'm running into. And, you know, like, I don't want to hate or anything. I'm going to go ahead and say, like, right off the bat that I am not the biggest fan of Sivir. Like, I don't really care too much for her as a champion. She's kind of dull. Like, kind of like Garen in a way, right? I don't believe she had to be buffed. I don't think she was underpowered. I think her level up requirement was fine, and I'm not surprised to see like her like really taking a place in the meta now because I don't think it was necessary. I think it was a weird buff. There's other things that required more of a buff than Sivir did, in my opinion. But again, that's just my opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this hand. We got the 1-drop to start enabling the plunder. I like seeing the Jodo Grifter as well.
Lucky you. That's the last thing you'll
And Powder Pandemonium feels really neat in a matchup like this because they can't deny it. Cutthroat getting us there to a SEJUANI level up. So we throw into another misfortune. Yeah, you can do your best. I don't care. I'm not gonna block it to you. You're a 2/2, Citria. You're pathetic. I'm gonna drop Misfortune,
I'm one of the good guys.
but not that good, because this guarantees that I get the plunder effect, even if they have a sharp sight to block my cutthroat.
Gonna find a gift for an action, right, Arda?
All right, to be expected for them to have that. We have another Misfortune though, which is nice.
Nothing's lost. It's just waiting to be found.
I kind of want to do this and that though, because this is a good chance. Okay, so I need this in order for this to work out. I need this to hit the Nexus and to hit Sivir. That's 2 out of the 3 targets that I need to be secured. There is the failsafe of just going for warning shot if I don't manage to hit the Nexus though, and I think that's worth the shot. Oh, beautiful. Because this essentially...
Business as usual.
A real battle.
Or I go for the Monster Harpoon. They could react with a single combat. Or we can get rid of Sivir. As we continue to work for that Sejuani level up. There's a lot of things that I would like to do, but I'm gonna go with this.
The ocean charts our course. You've got a problem, I've got a price.
This one's a fighter.
Love ya.
Return to the sea. You won't feel it first.
No reason not to attack with Misfortune now, since she is vulnerable. That sharp sight, you know, yeah, preserves it for another block, but he can't really use her as a blocker now, and yeah, we get a huge hit off on them. A big hit off on them. Ooh, and this Sejuani is nice. This Sejuani is exactly what we want to see. This Sejuani is phenomenal. Phenomenal.
It's a living.
Yeah, we took a big hit here, but this is fine.
I'll be damned.
So my best shot here is to, I want to play Sejuani next turn, because I get to capitalize on her vulnerable. So I'm going to warning shot here.
Treasures of the ages for a price.
I'm going to nab. And then I'm going to nab again.
They appeared out of nowhere.
You weren't using it.
Arda's gonna make a meal of them.
I wasn't expecting that into that. Merciless Hunter into Relentless Pursuit. I mean, is that something that I have to take into account? Because no matter what we did, we wouldn't have been able to stop that. Ah, man, I legitimately thought I was safe this turn. Yeah, he just gets to challenge that. GG. Oh, he got us, man. That was a really sick play. Honestly, that was a really slick play. Good game. He got us. I didn't expect that. I did not see that coming, man. I cry every time. It's just Sivir, man. Everybody's playing Sivir. I'm telling you, she's busted. She's busted. She's always been really good as a champion. Like I've never like she made even less sense than Jarvan. Like she's always been really good. Okay. I kind of want to keep a Sejuani. No, I'm gonna do a full mulligan. I gotta work for that Sejuani level up, and in order to do that, I need to enhance my chances of finding a 1-drop, which gets countered by their own 1-drop, which makes it a little bit pointless.
I mustn't stop.
Yeah, I ain't got shit.
If it's made of sand, I I can write it.
Them having a 1-drop there.
A little further. Bingo.
Moving.
Yeah. What I'm doing here is I'm essentially using this this line him up to scare him, thinking that I have like some sort of wipe. But I'm actually gonna use it to weaken his attack this turn, which I'm otherwise very vulnerable to.
Don't ask where it's from. Ask how much.
Too slow, stupid.
He started without me.
And I'm gonna trigger some plunders.
Yeah, you don't want to cross me.
Yeah, faster.
Gallant rider. Fortunately, we have a rough time enabling all the plunders here. Okay, that's a good draw.
For the prince! Out here, you're moving, or you're dead.
Charge! Get my helmet.
Gonna catch the sky.
Take it up with my friends.
Oh dear.
By doing that, I can prevent a little bit. I'm gonna go with you.
Treasures of the ages for a price.
You own what you take.
Gonna find a gift for Renekton. Right, Arda?
Feels bad because I'm not triggering her.
Last Tanash Rame buys me a new sail.
I could have focused on taking this down, but living a 5-4 over there, I don't know. It's hard to say. But I mean, that would be a 3.
Would you look at this place?
I mustn't stop. We'll get our licks in.
No quarter.
You got caught.
To the flag.
We gotta, no matter what we do, we gotta work on leveling up.
I'm not greedy. My friends, though.
We gotta work on leveling up SEJUANI. That's the only way we win here.
Carved from the savage cold.
Prince Jarvan, the vanguard is here for you.
You are a sight for sore eyes, soldier. To arms!
Taken.
I'm a woman of principle. Mine is clean and get paid. You've got a problem, I've got a price.
Now that he's tapped out, I'm gonna go for the golden Aegis that I stole from him.
Attack!
I'm gonna drag you. Knock out Jarvan.
Sand and trouble far as the eye can see.
Discipline and steel.
Danger pays.
Leave no survivors.
Ever consider a henching career?
You will not prevail.
You made choices.
I protect my own.
Fight for your lives.
The sea beasts will fear us.
Eyes up here, or I'll cut him out.
We love it when they run. The strong don't want mercy.
For justice, for Demacia.
You won't feel it at first.
We're gonna try to surprise him with the monster harpoon.
Hold fast.
Yep.
Dead meat.
Setting it up like this. We get to lethal him. Beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, all of my shit are, they're all BM. I need the good game one. I don't need any BM. That was a fantastic game. Got really sucked into it. I didn't even know if I narrated half of it.
We survive.
But that was a good one. Oh shit. It's everybody's favorite deck. I kind of want to keep the monkey pen. I want to keep the monster harpoon for sure. I'm gonna drop the powder pandemonium though. It's a bit early for it. But monster harpoon is really important because it can actually knock out a Zir before leveling up.
Just like we practiced.
I'm gonna go for the make it rain now. It stops their attack. It stops them generating a sand soldier.
I'm one of the good guys.
But not that good.
Sharima, your emperor has returned.
Love ya.
No mercy for those who desecrate our home.
They will find our lands do not take well to intruders.
Follow my lead.
Stand down.
Yeah, you don't want to cross me.
I didn't want to block before that
I know what I'm doing.
because he could have a shapestone. I mean, this Island Navigator, he could have another Defiant Dance though, but this gives me two. But this also gives me the ability to shut down. But I mean, if he does do that, then if he plays that, he levels that up immediately though. Island Navigator allows me to trigger Misfortune twice. But that leaves me vulnerable, right? Oh, how so? How much? Yeah, I'm gonna go with it.
Ocean charts our course.
Shireen, see what I see, carry it with you.
Emperor, I am honored. Keep your distance.
Sedition!
Okay, he did have it.
Ocean water.
There's plenty of killing left.
You won't feel it at first.
Set sail.
I mean, this is given I survive next turn, right? Surviving next round. I mean, I have the Divine Dance though.
Your rhythm's off. Love ya.
It is time! Shurima is sand and sky, past and present. The order is given.
India needs you to pay up.
Glorious sacrifice.
I dance not to forget, but to remember.
I could play Defiant Dance. What Defiant Dance does is piss him off, first of all. Azir, Irelia players fuming. I think we can all feel for that. And second of all, it stops their Azir. I get to level up Misfortune, which is why I wanted to keep her. I get to deny the Azir this turn, which means that the level up for my Irelia will not happen upon attack. Which means I have enough blockers. Because this will trigger with the last attack, which means you should not be getting the thing.
We dance to the drums of war, and all our hearts beat as one.
Okay, she does get it. Well, that's a little bit annoying. But as long as I have enough blockers, because then from that point onwards, it's just 2 attackers. Unless they have, okay, so what if they have a, this is 4 damage. If they have a Blade Dancer, that means 2 attackers, 1, 2, 2 blockers, and then they attack with 3 blockers. Even in that case scenario, like I'm still fine.
My selection speaks for itself.
Oh, there's the Ribbon Dancer.
I lead. Hey, Krabby.
That's my resting face.
Oh, that's silly. Actually, no, never mind. It isn't. I have an elusive blocker. Oh, thank God.
Battle senses.
I forgot I have. Cutthroat. Oh, Cutthroat. You have no idea how much I love you. I thought I lost to that. Oof. Oof.
Made choices.
Made choices. Ah, Cutthroat MVP. I'm not gonna use this. Well, am I? I mean, if he doesn't block this, that's 3 damage. Plus, I actually kill him with double warning shot if he doesn't.
Showtime.
Yeah. Alright, or he just concedes.
Fortune smiles.
I like play Blade Dance when I steal it.